Welcome back to New Man, New Woman, New Week. I am fired up to be with you today to talk about a little lesson that I think is incredibly important for you, for me, for all of us. If we're in a relationship, and I'm talking about anywhere, personal relationship, business relationship, when you ask a question, we as individuals have to stop trying to figure out the answer before we even ask the question. We have to stop trying to figure out what's the result going to be for me before we even hear the answer to the question. Get out there and just ask questions. You want to know one of my favorite questions? Where you can build great relationships with people? This is business or personal. Ask somebody to share their story. You want to know what fires me up? Asking somebody, I'm excited to hear your story. You've had so much success in your life. I want to hear your story because I love learning from people that have been successful like you. Here's the hard part for most of us. After you ask that question, that could be a 45-minute answer. We got to use these. See, research actually shows that in a strong business relationship, let's say if you're the person who's selling, right? It's your client, you're managing that client relationship, it should be a 70-30 split. 70% of your time should be spent listening, 30% talking. So when you ask the question, genuinely have interest in hearing the answer. Now I'll give you kind of a funny example of how the world works these days. The world is moving so fast that people ask questions, they don't even care to listen to the answer. You know where it happens way too common these days? At family functions, right? Your uncle's across the room. You haven't seen your uncle in a year, and you walk by and you go up to him and you say, Uncle Bob, how you doing? And Uncle Bob says, hey, how are you doing? And before you can even listen, right? Or before he can listen to your answer, Uncle Bob asks you how you're doing, and he walks off to go and do something else. He's just asking a question to ask a question. Actually care about other people. Care to hear their answers. Care to hear their stories. You want to be unique in the marketplace of business? You want to be unique in the marketplace of life? Ask questions and actually be willing to listen. Be willing to take it all in, to hear somebody's story. Oftentimes, when you take the time to listen and hear somebody's story, you're actually able to identify the real way that you can help that person. And you're able to identify the real guts of how that relationship will unfold. That's an easy lesson today. When you ask a question, right? Get fired up to hear the answer. Don't try to understand what you want the answer to be or try to figure out what the result will be. Enjoy the relationship. Sit back and listen to what people have to say. You will be unique in the marketplace. I get so fired up. I'm having so much fun being with you every single week. This is a blast for me. I am loving this. So next week I will bring it again for New Man, New Woman, New Week. Until then, go do great things.